Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Employer Highlight Series with the Ohio Means Jobs Columbus Franklin County Job Center. And today we have Charlene White here with us from Weatherables. Charlene, welcome to our Employer Highlight today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So, as everyone knows, we're always excited to bring local employers in and to have a conversation about your organization, about the benefits, the culture, and everything to really highlight why someone would want to apply for one of your open positions. And as everybody knows, I like to dig in. So if you want, maybe first start by telling us a little about yourself and then also telling us a little about Weatherables.
Okay. Well, like you said, my name is Charlene White. I am Human Resources. I'm the one-man band at Weatherables. So everything from the recruiting, the interviewing, any background checks we do, anything of that nature, that I'll be the one as far as greeting you at the door. I have been here for 8 months approximately myself. I came from a company that was manufacturing as well. So Weatherables, gosh, have been around for over 20 years. It is a family-owned business. So we have the culture as far, like I said, I'm meeting you at the door.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I think one of the things that I always enjoy about these employer highlights that we do is learning about the fact that, it's a 20 plus year family owned operation here in Columbus. Maybe talk a little about the products that you guys produce. So everyone will actually have seen your product and not realize it. So I think, that's something great for everybody to know as well.
Well, we manufacture vinyl fencing and we've expanded to aluminum products as well. Yeah, I'd never noticed it until I started working here, but the vinyl fencing is everywhere. We actually only, we started manufacturing approximately 4 years ago. So we do everything in-house. It is made from recyclable product. So we manufacture, it's been close to 4 years now, I believe. And then we ship it out as far as customer order. You can go online and order it individually, or you can do it through places such as Home Depot. As far as and we have wholesale orders as well. So large apartment buildings that you see the vinyl fencing around, that's probably us.
Yeah, and that's awesome. So, I always think about, so if I'm an employee at Weatherables and I'm driving through Columbus or, one of the suburbs, and I would see what I produce everywhere. And I think, that's really a neat concept. And to also know that as a company, you are thinking about the environment by using recycled materials whenever possible and making, a really big impact on the footprint that way is absolutely awesome. Maybe talk a little about the culture there, and just you mentioned it's a family-owned business, so I'm sure that bleeds into the culture of how everybody's treated, the types of activities that you have, and that type of thing.
Yeah, it is a family-owned business. Like I said, he's been approximately 22 years, I believe, that he's been doing it. Our longest tenure employee's been with him about 21 years. So from the doors opening, they were originally located on the west side of town. We've since moved as far as to Groveport to a larger facility. So we're in the heart of Groveport. He's here. The owner is here just about every day. Everybody knows him by his first name, and he knows the employees working on the floor. He's on the floor quite a bit. So we like to brag that we have a strong culture of amazing people. So detail oriented, want to grow with a company. We love to hire and promote from within. Move to better, paying positions with more responsibility. Most of our supervisors started on the floor themselves, maybe as a packer in the railing department. So it's a lot of opportunity to grow with a fantastic company.
Yeah, that's just exciting to me. I think it's always wonderful when you're working for an organization where you do know, the senior leadership, and you do have a chance to actually talk to them, because that gets you that great connectivity in really understanding where the company's headed.
Yeah.
I this is just how my mind works, but as I'm sitting here thinking about the products that you produce and thinking about some of the new employment opportunities that are happening in Columbus, when we think about the growth that it will mean for our community, Weatherables will be set to really see a huge increase in your production as well. When you think about, housing and how we're having all this new construction, so it's really exciting for you guys. You mentioned a little about like the ability to promote from within and how you like to see people grow with the company. Maybe let's take a couple of minutes to talk about some of the other benefits that you have that would be available for people who hire in.
Okay. Yeah, we have a pretty competitive benefits package. So we do offer $25,000 life insurance coming in. You can buy additional life. We have the medical, 4 different plans of health insurance, dental, vision. We have a 401k program. Um, we have our PTO program. We offer some referral bonuses as well. So once you're hired in the door and you have family or friends that would like to be hired on, we do have that referral program. A lot of different opportunities are opening up as well as we are growing. So the promotions to, we have leads, senior leads, supervisor, managers, and it's so much. We do food truck Fridays. We have what we call the hero program. So if you have a peer that one of your teammates you're working with and they've done something you want to thank them for, we have a program to where you can write a comment card that's entered into a drawing each month. So a lot of different opportunities. And as I'm here growing as well, we're looking as far as expanding programs and opportunities as
Yes,
well. So
it definitely sounds like you have really great comprehensive benefits. I'm assuming, is there a wait on like the medical as far as
it's the first of the month following your 30 days. So it's a very
so
short wait.
standard across the board, how most employers are, which is great. But I love that idea of things like Food Truck Friday,
Yes.
because what better way to wrap up a week of hard work than to have that opportunity to enjoy food as a group for sure. So you mentioned a little about your ability to promote from within and some of those new positions that continue to develop. Do you guys really promote professional development in any way, or is it really just kind of a holistic thing that happens?
No, we do. We have several programs available. I'm a Fred Pryor Plus member. We have another program called Star Program that, as far as that, we use it in developmental tools. We have different metrics that we use as far as we do an annual review and 6 month reviews on the employees. But we also, when somebody comes in, as part of the onboarding process, they do have a weekly meeting as far as with their supervisor. There's metrics that we follow and just kind of review where they are and what we can do as a company to help them better grow. But yeah, a lot of different tools in place as far as to make sure that they're getting the training and the development that is needed.
Wow, that's wonderful, because I think all too often, when we start a new job, sometimes it's hard to get that feedback to
Yeah.
know, am I doing okay? What do I need to improve on? And it sounds like you have a great system set up so that that feedback happens from day one, so that your employees have an opportunity to really excel.
Yeah, and just coming in and as far as getting accustomed to the facility itself, we understand, that's a huge task when you're starting a new job. So we do team you up with a mentor, or it may be your lead, that as far as it's walking through that process with you. At least the first 6 weeks there's a review done on Fridays. So just to make sure that you're getting everything that you need and getting that comfort level as far as being part of the team.
That's absolutely wonderful. I think that's something that should definitely be commended. So talk kind of about Weatherables as a company and the benefits and everything. Let's pause for a minute and let's talk about what you feel would be the characteristics of a great ideal candidate. What type of people are you really trying to recruit for right now?
Just honestly, they don't have to have experience in it. It's the attitude. being able to come in and open to learning new processes, learning the positions, having that positive attitude. Of course, attendance is key. We need you here. As far as if you're not here, then nothing's getting made and it's not being sent out the door. So, but just having that positive attitude, the willingness to learn, being able to get along with the team, in that team environment.
Yeah,
And
that's
anyone
excellent.
that has experience as well, I mean, more than welcome.
Definitely, definitely. But I think the thing that I'll lift up right now is that you mentioned someone wanting to work in that team environment, but everything in this first part of our conversation really supports the fact that you do operate the business as a team. Because oftentimes we hear that lip service of, well, we need this, this, and this, but everything that you're telling us about Weatherables as an organization really, really, really is lifting that up in a very positive way. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, we operate on what we call it's an EOS system, entrepreneurial operating system. So everyone has a say in how the company, the direction that they're going, and you have access to, if you want to speak to the VP of operations, he's available here every day. If you just want to come and vent to HR, you can get to the CFO if you need to. So everyone has a say in how we're growing and what we operate as a company.
Absolutely awesome. That's wonderful to hear. So let's talk a little about your hiring process, just so everybody understands. Can you kind of walk us through from the time somebody applies, what does the time frame look like, and what will they experience?
We actually have a fairly simple process. You can apply online. I post jobs to Indeed quite a bit as it's changing. And then you can apply on our website at just weatherables.com. Or you can send me a resume or application directly. I'm available HR@weatherables.com. So once we receive the application, I'll go through that, go through with the managers as far as what they're looking for, the supervisors. We'll pull application, contact you. We could schedule orientation that same week if, into next week if you need to. So we like to bring you in for an interview and a tour to make sure, as far as what the facility looks like and kind of get a feel for the environment. We'll sit down and have that discussion. Then I'll meet with the supervisor or manager, and it's usually the same week, if not the next, as far as that we would like you to get you scheduled for orientation and start the process of new teammate.
Sounds pretty smooth and pretty seamless, which is always good. On some of the things that are normally involved with the hiring process, does Weatherables do any type of background checking or drug screening?
Depending on the position. As far as our warehouse positions, we do not at this time.
Awesome.
But for an office position, we will run as far as background. Um, yeah, it just depends on the position, but in the warehouse itself, no, we do not.
Yep. And it sounds like, I'm assuming, case by case
Case
in
by case.
discussions on how those
Yeah,
background checks come back, right?
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. One thing that we didn't talk about, and I was thinking about our conversation we had earlier, as far as shifts and days of the week that you're normally in operation, maybe we want to cover that before we go into the positions you're currently really recruiting for.
Okay. Well, our extrusion department is a 24/7 operation. So they're making everything. So we depend on them as far as to keep it up and going for us. So we do have first and what we call it's a mid to third shift available in the extrusion department. So they work 12-hour shifts. So they're either 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. That position pays a dollar more on the hour because you are running into those different times than our first and second shift. Now our other departments run Monday through Friday, and we have what we classify as production associates, but you may be in a different department. We have railing, pickets, parcels, all the different areas, the final assembly, the gates department. We have first shift, which is 5:45 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. So basically a 6 to 3. And then our second shift runs 3 to midnight, Monday through Friday. So, and depending on the position, the pay rate is between 15 and 16.
Wonderful. So it sounds like there are a lot of great opportunities though to find a schedule that would fit for you.
Yes, and that's part of the interview process because an applicant may apply for one position and not realize that I have something open that would work better as far as with their timeline.
Yeah.
So making sure it's a good fit for them to where they can still have that family and work balance.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're just joining us, I always like to kind of recap. We have Charlene White here from Weatherables, which is a family-owned organization here in Groveport. They work in production of vinyl fencing, aluminum railing, and all those support items that go along with that. Is that right?
Right. That's
All right. I
correct.
just want to make sure I nailed it.
That is correct.
So, yeah, we're happy to talk about your open positions today. And then once we talk about those, I want to roll into a great opportunity that we will have for individuals to meet you, because I think that in this current environment is always so important. I love the fact that you bring people in for a tour so they know exactly what the facility is going to be like. And we'll talk about how they can meet you in a minute. But you mentioned your production associate positions. Maybe go into a little more detail about what those positions are like, and anything else that you're recruiting for right now.
Okay. Well, we're always recruiting for the extrusion department. A lot of opportunity there. You can come in as a packer, which basically they're building pallets as the fencing is coming off of the extrusion line where they make it. So you start out as building those pallets that's set out in the yard area, and then divide it up for customer orders. But there's opportunity there to go to lead positions, operator positions. We have 3 gentlemen that just went from extrusion operators to now they're part of our maintenance department. Then with our production associates on the first and second shift, like I mentioned, we have railing to where they work strictly as far as making railing kits that are shipped out. We have the parcels department, so we do orders for Amazon. So it may be something smaller as far as somebody's missing a latch to their gate or they need just a couple of panels. Then we have the final assembly where everything is going together and making sure everything's accounted for in our quality department. So many opportunities, and we're gearing up for busy season right now. And even though I say we're gearing up for busy season, the positions that we're hiring for are not seasonal. They are full time. And we're going to keep them on. There's just so many opportunities right now. I have openings in about every department.
Well, and so that's where I think I get excited, because you classify it all as production associates, but it really sounds like you'll have the ability to understand where somebody's strengths are,
Yes.
and you'll be able to slot them into a role that better fits. If they're really detail oriented, then that inspection and packaging part might be, really beneficial. If they like to really just be very structured in how they produce things, then they can work somewhere on the line. So it sounds like you have a lot of great opportunities for individuals for sure.
And that's where we have the opportunity as far as with the onboarding and with doing the different reviews that we do on a weekly basis, that somebody's not stuck into a position that maybe they're not getting or they just don't like, or so that we can move them over into another area as well and give them that opportunity as far as to, see if it's a better fit. So,
Yeah.
like I said, a lot of exciting things going on right now with the growth and hopefully with the snow melting away soon as far as getting busy again.
Well, I was going to say, you talk about that quote unquote busy season, and that's where I just think, we're going to have some 40s at the end of this week, which is great. Hopefully we can get all the snow and ice melted out of here and people can start thinking about, the projects that they have outside of their house, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely. Okay. So now here comes the really important part for everybody. You've heard a lot about Weatherables and from Charlene and the positions they have available. So now we want to give you a chance to connect with Charlene in person. We are having a Thursday with an employer this Thursday at 11 o'clock here at our job center, where Charlene will be on site with some of her team, where they'll actually be taking applications and starting the interview slash hiring process. So if you have an interest in connecting with Charlene and attending that, be sure to give us a call at 614-559-5052, or you can email us at info@omjcfc.org so we can go ahead and get you registered. But that event will be this Thursday, February 10th at 11 a.m. And I got to admit, I'm super excited to have you guys here because it sounds like you have a lot of great opportunities for our residents, and we're excited to be able to promote those for sure.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we have a lot of great opportunity. It's a fun, upbeat company. I've been here 8 months and love every day of it.
That is what this is all about, isn't
Yeah,
it? Awesome.
absolutely.
Okay, so everybody, again, one more time, we have Weatherables here for our Thursday, this Thursday, February 10th at 11 a.m. Be sure to reach out to us at 614-559-5052, or you can email us at info@omjcfc.org to be able to get in touch with us to get registered. Charlene, any closing words, anything we might have forgotten to mention during our time together?
No, I'm just excited. I hope to see everybody out on Thursday. And like I said, it's a pretty simple interview and hiring process. So I'm eager as far as to meet some new people and get you on our team.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, if anybody has any questions, just be sure to give us a call, shoot us an email, and we will help connect you in the right direction. Charlene, it has been a pleasure to have you here today, and we hope to have a great turnout for you this Thursday.
Sounds
Everybody have a
great.
great day. Thank you.
Thank you.